Okay, so this is my second podcast here. I'm going to demonstrate sending a text from the Galaxy Watch. So I'm going to just spin the little bezel here. And it woke up. You heard the little dong. I'm going to hit the home button.
Apps, rotate bezel to navigate.
So it tells me my apps, and I'm going to spin it right one.
Recent apps.
Again.
Messages, one new item.
And I'm going to double tap.
Messages.
So now I have my text messages here on the watch, so I can flick just like with TalkBack or VoiceOver.
New message button. 220001. Steve rushing home.
So now
Jerry Wheatley,
I'm going to go
Denny Bowers,
to
Carlos Taylor,
my wife.
Melissa Hodge, okay. Abby Hodge, love you too.
All right, there we go.
20 seconds.
And double tap on her text here.
Abby Hodge.
And
Emojis button.
there's emojis.
Voice input button.
Here's voice input. So I'm just going to write a text message here. Sending you a text message, testing out on the podcast, exclamation mark. And do a double tap to stop.
Text message testing out on the podcast.
So what happens is when you double tap when it said voice input, it actually vibrates. That lets you know you can start talking. And then you just sort of touch in the middle of the screen. It'll go boop, and then you double tap there to stop. So if I want to review again what it's got.
Setting you a text message testing out on the podcast.
So I don't really like that, so I'm going to hit it because I didn't get it very well. I have a cold, so it's probably also me. It actually is fairly accurate. But I'm going to hit the back button here real quick.
Alert.
So on the...
Cancel button. Okay button.
Now the alert is saying that I'm going to discard my changes here. So I'm going to click OK.
Love you. 1202. Love you too.
All right, so now
Marble Company. Love you. Yesterday. He does.
I'm gonna
love you too, pumpkin. Love you too, pumpkin. Voice input button.
Okay, voice input. Here we go. Double tap. I am sending you a text message testing out for the podcast! Exclamation mark. Double tap to stop.
I am sending you a text message testing out for the podcast.
There we go.
I am
So now I'm going to flick right.
Send button, double tap. More options button. Send button. Double tap
Send.
to send.
And then you can actually send as an SMS or an audio message. So I'm going to flick right.
Send as text SMS button.
I'm going to double tap.
Com.samsung.message window. Abby Hodge.
And it's sent. So now I'm going to hit the home button here.
It is 5:38 p.m.
And I'm going to cover the face. So one thing about that, when you on the watch itself, I didn't cover this in my description. So you have the bezel that spins, and then on the right hand side you have two buttons. You have a home and back button. If you press the home button twice, that launches Bixby. If you just hit home, that will always take you back to your watch face. If you hit it again, that's going to take you to your app screen. So hopefully you kind of see how that worked. It's pretty flawless. It took me a little bit. Like I said, when I first was doing it, I was like, oh God, this is awful, but I've really grown to like it. The reasons I like it is, so one thing that the Apple Watch, you could tap the screen and it would wake it up. Or you could flick up your wrist and wake it up as well. This, I actually have to spin the bezel or touch a button to wake it, which I actually like, because I just randomly touch the face or accidentally bump it on something, and not hearing VoiceOver come to life is actually really nice. Disadvantages to the buttons, though. Sometimes when I'm sleeping, I'll randomly hit the button on the bed or with my finger, or just somehow randomly hit it and it'll wake me up. But overall, I kind of like the approach that this has taken. It took me a minute, but I'm really starting to like it, and that's kind of like the first thing demonstrating how to use it. So. Again, please leave me any feedback or comments that, things you want to see or want to know if it can do or whatever. I'll put a video together.